welcome back to Skyway Bound presents Fly Tampa Fly. We exist to inspire and grow the aviation small business community in the Greater Tampa Bay area, and we're always looking to highlight small business owners with an aviation-centric entrepreneurial mindset. So let me get set up here, and let's get rolling. Get my notes going. Boom. Let's start off with the FAA and advanced air mobility. The FAA and aviation authorities from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom, they have worked together to develop a roadmap for advanced air mobility aircraft type certifications. These countries have recently signed a declaration of intent committing to the roadmap principles, what they call the roadmap principles. Doing this is going to align the countries' air mobility worthiness and certification standards by sharing data, research, and safety information. So there you have it. The reason I bring that up is if you're looking to get into the world of contracting, you might be able to contract not only with the U.S. government, but with some of our partners from Australia, Canada, and New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. So international opportunities can exist if that's what you're looking for with your small business and the government contracting side. A little bit more information from the Federal Aviation Administration. They recently held a meeting with stakeholders that included MedXPress improvements. The updated site will now feature, under its Help tab, links to resources such as system guides and a frequently asked questions section, an aviation medical examiner locator, and the FAA's online guide for aviation medical examiners. So the goal is to help applicants better prepare their medical submissions before visiting their aviation medical examiner, reducing the need for time-consuming requests for additional information. So they're doing their best to make things a little bit more efficient, and this is the way they're doing it, by improving the MedXpress site. A little electric vertical takeoff and landing action for you guys. For those of you looking to corporate eVTOL opportunities, Honeywell is a company to consider. In the world of eVTOLs, Honeywell has been developing a fly-by-wire flight controls and side sticks specifically developed to meet the size and weight limitations of eVTOL architectures. For example, for the company Vertical's VX4 vehicle, they're providing inceptors based on work done for the Orion space program. Also at Honeywell, they have an innovation center in the Czech Republic where they're focusing on efforts to boost safety and operational efficiency by reducing the workload of pilots. Over there, they're working on digital assistants for reducing workload and increasing collaboration. They added an increasing collaboration project, which is working to define the best approach to splitting responsibilities between the human pilot and automated systems. And then in the future, Honeywell plans to demonstrate what they call the Darwin system, which is in relation to the systems they're building in Europe, in their aircraft beginning in 2026. So once again, if you're looking to get into the contracting world with regards to aviation, Honeywell is a player to consider, and working with a company like that could be domestic or international. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to consider. Let's move on to the next. More eVTOL information. Recently, the Florida legislature has recently passed what is billed, pun intended, Senate Bill 1662. That's showing the states of Florida's commitment to shaping a future where advanced air mobility. It's still waiting to be signed by the governor, but the bill addresses a variety of transportation-related issues, to include prioritizing grants for emergent technologies and aviation workforce training programs at airports, as well as support for aviation workforce development and transportation-related research and development efforts. So things are happening here within the state of Florida. Would I say we're in the lead? I don't know. But things are happening, and your government, your state level government, is trying to make it a little bit easier for you, and pave a path for your business success here in the great state of Florida. All right, let's talk about flying cars here for a second. A California-based Alef Aeronautics has been developing flying cars for quite a while, almost a decade. They're now ready to start production of their first vehicle by the end of 2025 or early 2026. I'm betting on probably 2026, maybe 2027, but you know. Alef recently secured a mass manufacturing agreement with Pucara Aero, Pucara Aero, and MYC for aviation grade parts last year. And these companies supply industry leaders such as Boeing and Airbus. Alef also claims that its Model A aircraft is the first road legal passenger car that can also take off and land. The vehicle is classified as an ultralight, so it doesn't require a certification to fly on roads legally. However, currently it's restricted to fly during the day and limited flying zones. Ultralight vehicles cannot fly over densely populated areas. So those of you so that's the beauty of the improvements in technology. They're trying to find ways where you don't have to get a traditional pilot's license, which is going to lower your time to train, your time cost to train, and your financial cost to train. So stay tuned for developments within the world of flying cars. Let's talk about some stocks. So not much new happening here. A couple of things that are noteworthy. Archer Aviation, ACHR, they recently raised an additional $850 million as they work to ramp up operations as the official air taxi provider of the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics. Company Eve Air Mobility, EVE, has recently signed a letter of intent with Aero Solutions toward developing a robust advanced air mobility ecosystem in Costa Rica. And initially it'll be on the Pacific region of the northwest part of Costa Rica. Its goal, or what it's going to do, is connect airports to premium resorts and eco destinations. So going back to our brief discussion on international opportunities, here's an international opportunity within a similar time zone to the U.S. time zone. So there's a lot of opportunity that's happening here. And then Joby Aviation, they continue to develop their relationships in the Middle East. They've been They've been in the news, which is in the room. They've been in the news lately where they've got a lot of letter of intents from places like Saudi Arabia and Dubai and places like that. Recently, they completed a series of piloted vertical takeoff and landing wingborne flights as well in Dubai. And then lastly, Surf Air Mobility. Surf Air Mobility recently finished closing its recent offering of common stock as they raised about $27 million. Of that $27 million, they intend to use the proceeds to pay down debt and other corporate and administrative requirements. So that's pretty much it for the world of stocks for the current time being, but stay tuned for more as always. Business development here. So I recently found this one. This one almost didn't make this month's deck, but I found it. Flynon, which operates a charter and photo tourism business across New York City. They recently purchased 5 Alef electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles. These eVTOLs are made by Beta Technologies, and they're expected to take delivery later this year, probably next year. Beta Technology is also known for their battery charging technology. Beta Technologies have added more than 35 charging stations along the east, west, and Gulf Coast to include Florida. Let's see if I have it listed. They have Florida locations within Gainesville, Tallahassee, and Crestview. So going back to our initial discussion about opportunities, the electric vertical takeoff and landing world is happening. It's coming. If you're looking for opportunities to get into the aviation world, consider this sector of the industry because it's happening and it's very exciting. It's very new and there's some very serious potential for you. And it's already happening in Florida. So don't discount Florida. We're making inroads as quickly as possible. As always, as we start to wind down, you can find aviation industry events. If you're looking to get into the world of aviation, you do need to network. It doesn't matter what industry you're looking to get into, but networking is very important. We provide a list of events for the year of 2025. They've been compiled for your general aviation. Like I said, if you're looking to pursue a career in the industry, networking is very helpful. And these events can be a great place to start creating professional relationships within the industry. As always, the list is nowhere near comprehensive. It's provided to get you started with your own industry research. Links are provided to the events on the website, so go to the website to get links to the specific events. And if you see an event for us to add, please always send us a message via email or one of our social media accounts so we can add it and help keep the world better informed. Florida user airport fees. I haven't really researched this in a while, but I'm sure they're growing. If you can, please email me or direct message me via our social media so we can keep a watch over the Florida airports that might consider instituting, European style user fees. That way we can speak out against those, because that's un-American. And let's move on to the next slide. Scholarship opportunities. As always, every month I say this, and I'm going to keep beating the drum. If you're looking to get into the world of aviation, especially if you're younger, but you don't have to be a young person only. There are scholarships out there for older folks, more mature folks maybe looking to switch careers. They're not as many for those kind of folks as there are young folks. However, they do exist, and sometimes maybe they go unclaimed. So I encourage all of you to at least look at this list as a starting point on the FAA's website and take your best shot. What have you got to lose? You might get some money to pay for your flying, and that's one of the big things it's about. Get others to pay for your flight time. Here's some more scholarship opportunities. We have those listed. We list them all the time after these videos. We list them in the comments. So we're going to put these in the comments before. Some of these are also on the FAA website. Yes, there might be a little bit of overlap. It's not perfect, but we're doing the best we can. But we're going to put these links in the comments below, and we will go from there. So we're rolling into the 4th of July weekend. This is going to be a little shorter than normal. I have been trying to cut my videos down. I've been going a little bit over 20 minutes. I'm trying to get them down to that 20 minutes. So we're actually not doing bad here. We'll finish between 15 and 20 minutes. So that's currently the sweet spot that I'm looking for. If you guys feel otherwise, feel free to comment, send me a direct message, and we'll tweak the formula to make it about whatever's going to be of value to you, the audience. But as always, we want to thank our friends/sponsors, Jetline Systems, with their purpose-built flight simulation computer systems right here in the Greater Tampa Bay area. They can design anything from desktop PCs to servers running large-scale simulators. Each system is hand-built, stability tested, benchmarked, and optimized to maximize performance and stability with the flight simulation software of your choice. There are also the North American distributors of virtual flight control products and virtual flight simulation products as well. If you have a question and you don't know where to start within the world of flight simulation, just contact them. They want to help you. They love the industry. They've been in the industry almost 20 years, and they're very well known within the flight simulation industry and within their niche. So they're very good at what they do. They will answer your questions, and they want to help you get your questions answered and move you in the right direction. That's going to help you. We also want to thank our friends as well. They're all friends and sponsors. Mind My PC. They're a cybersecurity IT outsourcing solution for small to medium-sized businesses. Their 24-hour, 7 days a week availability gives you, the business owner, peace of mind so you can focus on what you do best, and that is your business. If you don't want to be a cybersecurity IT specialist, well, then don't. Do what you do best and let these guys do it, and let them protect you 24 hours, 7 days a week, so you have peace of mind to, go make the money, honey. And then lastly, if you know anybody in the greater Tampa Bay area that's looking to get into the world of aviation, whether it be a pilot or otherwise, please connect us. We'd love to see how we can help them. And once again, thanks for joining us today. Remember, the road is long, and the road is long and the road is hard. And I just encourage you, as we roll into this holiday weekend, just take some time to yourself and figure out a strategy, write it out, take it out of your head and put it onto a piece of paper of how you're going to outline it, how you're going to get from point A to point B. It's long, it's hard, but you can do it. Do not quit, and always remember, the sky is just the beginning. Get out there and make it happen.